It's going to be fun. Hello, welcome. Hi, Shannon. Hello and welcome to the basement. We're here. We are here and we're going to create today. So, how do you do, folks? Hello, I'm Lynn from L&J Goods. Welcome to our weekly YouTube Live. We are here in the basement of our shop. I think we got our mic is going. We're good. You know, this is something that I've been wanting to do for a long time. I have wanted to recreate this look. Now, the last project we did, I did recreate a dresser that, it was actually a virtual dresser that I saw on the IOD page and loved doing that. But this time around, we're going to recreate the look that you see in the thumbnail. I very often grab photos from Pinterest or from magazines that I have and think, I love the way this looks. I think we can do it. So today, that's exactly what we're going to do. Say hi to Megan. She is here, and we are full on back on Facebook. I know you guys if you follow us, you know about all the stuff that was going on there. So,
what type of chair is that?
This is a wooden chair.
That's the only name for it?
Simply
There's no style?
I don't know what style you would call it. It almost looks like a little, kind of Windsor-ish, maybe. So I'm going to be moving around here just a bit to get some of my stuff put up here, and we'll talk about some of the things that we're going to do. So we have a chair that I pulled out of the back, and you know, I don't know how on YouTube I could show a picture while we're doing this, but
let's learn how.
Yeah, we're gonna have to.
Yeah.
So so in that little image that you see in the thumbnail, we had a really chippy, wonderful chair, a chippy old folding table, which we're not doing today, some metal buckets or cans, and a kind of a vision board, like a bulletin board, something like that. But man, when I looked at that blue shaded board, I just thought that is a cool look that we can recreate. We're going to use Debbie's DIY paint today, and we're just going to go for it. Let's see if we can do it. So
Stephanie says, I wish you had the same videos you have on Facebook here on YouTube.
Oh, do we need to stream to both locations? Is that what you're saying, Stephanie?
Do you prefer to watch here?
Tell us why.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm curious. That's why I read her comment. I'm curious why.
Actually, we should be asking that now after what just happened.
Well, I'm curious why she says that. I know why we.
Yeah. Let's give this chair a bit of a cleaning because it is dusty as can be. But, yeah, tell us why, Stephanie. I know,
I think it's just her preferred platform.
Yeah, it is for a lot of people, and so we started a couple years ago kind of making a commitment to be here more and more.
Just over a year it's been.
Yeah, well, it was after I went to Debbie's, the boot camp, which...
Well, I mean our live commitment.
The live commitment was for a year, yes. Yeah.
She's not a fan of Facebook at all.
I know.
We are struggling with it.
We're struggling just a little bit right now. So, as you know, we had a situation happen.
And Marlene, yes, we heard about Jamie Ray too.
Yes, Debbie actually just texted me a little while ago to tell me what happened and ask how we resolved the issue so quickly, and all I can say is
we didn't get hacked.
We didn't get hacked. That's right, Megan. Thank the Lord. Yeah. I'm telling you, I'm so thankful. And you know what?
But we back up our videos too, so even if, God forbid, we lost them on Facebook, we do have them. Mom is being extra careful now. She's going to make sure they're on a hard drive, right, Mom?
Yes. Yeah.
so that we could move everything if we needed to.
Yeah, absolutely. But you know something, it's a little bit of a scary thing.
It's
well, it's
very
a lot
scary,
of a
when
scary
you
thing.
can't even figure out like what you possibly did wrong, and no one tells you.
And no one still has.
That's what I'm
So
saying.
it's like, but I don't even know what we did wrong.
So how do we do better? I
Yeah,
don't even
exactly.
know.
Because we're rule followers.
For sure,
nobody
yeah.
wants to nobody wants to be the one that's constantly,
But I also don't want to be forced to be so dry and boring that no one wants to watch us.
Exactly. Yes. And I know we've had a lot of laughs the last few weeks, but I don't believe that any of them were at anybody's expense. So who knows?
I like the commenting style better on Facebook too, Shannon. I like how I can respond to a particular person and stuff like that.
That's where there's benefits and
To both.
detriment to both. So we have to try to do both, I guess. So I don't know what the answer is, but I do know this, that and I'm telling you, when this happened, of course, I wanted to melt into a million pieces, and what am I going to do? This is our whole business, all of
and
that.
our friends.
Right? And
These are our friends.
Yes. But then it's okay, then you kind of get a hold of yourself, and I realize, well, wait a minute now. If we don't get it back, we don't get it back.
And we're not getting that. Linda just said, I cannot find the Easter ornament that you did on the 27th.
No, but I do have it recorded.
So we'll try to get it up here.
Yeah. So that, and it's like we're just determined that we cannot let something like that stop us from doing what we do. This is Fancy Farm Girl, because that chair had some pink and some green on it. So I'm just kind of laying on a little bit of green here and there, and then we're going to get some pink out, and we're going to give this a coat of pink.
I know, that is crazy, Sandy. She said you can get shut down on Facebook for a live from 2 to 3 years ago. This was that video, because that's the video that got taken down.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
But you're right, Sandy. I have heard of that. And in fact, it's happened. They've just removed a post, and they let you know we removed the post. They don't just block your account, but it just is it's a weird thing to feel like you have no control over something that you control.
I do think, though, if you like us and you want to keep up with us, make sure you're signed up for our texts. You can find that number on our website. I can also put it here in the comments, but we always just let you know where and when we're going live. And just so we have a way to reach you in case we did get cut off.
Yeah, well, I sprung into action yesterday with can you guys see okay? I just want to make sure you can see what I'm doing. We did spring into action yesterday and said, okay, what's the next step? What do we do? If I got to do a new profile, I have to do a new profile. If I got to start our Facebook page over again, I will, and we'll build it back even better.
Yeah.
And we'll let all of you guys know. The fortunate thing is, and those of you who are in business and using social media platforms for your business, one lesson that I learned a long time ago when I took my classes from Jennifer Allwood were that you cannot depend upon one way to reach your customer, to reach your community, I should say. We have a huge email list, which I don't use enough, and I'm always afraid of that.
And you write such great emails.
I know, but so there's email, we have Instagram, we have Facebook, we have YouTube, we have that text group. So you really need to think about all of those ways that you need to keep in contact with your community in case one of those platforms goes down. And right now, Facebook owns Instagram, and there's a potential both of them could be gone, right? So then we got to figure out something else. So all of those things are really important, and I'll tell you what else is important that I didn't do, and I'm actually I talked to Jane this morning, and she's like, "Girl, you were having a little bit of a bad day when I talked to you, so I didn't want to. I didn't want to like compound it and scold you, but." How could you not have another administrator on your Ellen J. Goods page?
Well, you have a perfectly good administrator right here. Her name is Megan.
Exactly. And guess what? So we did that. Like, immediately we did that. And so at least if I get shut down for being a bad girl,
they don't know what they're even dealing with, because I'll be even worse.
Right.
Marty asked how long ink takes to dry. That's an interesting question.
Well, what kind of ink, Marty? Let's talk about that for a second. And then I'm going to put this chair aside. So you see I just dabbed some of this green here and there.
That color is just gorgeous.
It's such a beautiful color.
So, it's the color of spring.
It really is. And so, yeah, what kind of ink? That's what we need to know.
Yeah, let's start
What's
there.
the kind of ink? Then I'm going to show you, I'm going to talk about another business transition that I made that I didn't regret, but that I learned from.
Okay.
It's coming up. You're going to see. This is a beautiful, I love this can. This is an old metal can. You could use a wooden bucket. You could use a regular metal bucket. You could use sap buckets, whatever you want to get that kind of painted, grungy, rusty metal can look that is in our inspiration photo. So we're going to go ahead, and since I've got some of this green here, I'm going to put some on this piece here. And I'm just laying it here and there.
Is it an old ice cream bucket?
This is not an ice cream bucket. It's just some kind of an old metal slop pail.
Hey, Betty. Slop. Gross.
I know, right?
Jan said, "You're so brave to be painting without a smock. You must be new here. She never, ever wears a smock."
And guess
And we
what?
have many cute ones to choose from. She never wears them.
Sometimes I don't know which one to wear because it's like, okay, I'm using IOD, DIY, Decoupage Queen, and Fusion. And I have aprons representing all of them.
But we also sell like really cute aprons.
We do, but then they're not so cute after I'm done.
I
with
think they
them.
are.
I probably have. Let me see what I have over here.
Stephanie said she made a smock out of a hospital gown.
Oh, well, I also could just wear, I could also just wear an old shirt, an old flannel shirt, right?
Oh, Stephanie meant that you could use an old ice cream bucket for that as well.
Oh
Yes.
my gosh, that is truly, I love those old ice cream buckets, and they are hard to find now at a reasonable price. So hard to find. Oh my goodness. But you know, I am all about recreating the look, and we're just going to do whatever we can to make this look like that inspiration picture. And speaking of recreating a look, I am about to post a reel on Instagram that I am so excited about because we've got a new stencil coming, and you're going to see how I recreate the look of a vintage item that many of us love and that most of us cannot find anymore. So you'll want to make sure you pop over there later. I know. Well, that's me. I'm a tease.
You were a little tease.
I am a tease. So, okay. Once upon a time, we decided that we needed to expand our business. It wasn't that long ago, and we decided maybe Ellen J. Goods needs to provide a greater service to our customers in an outlying area. And so we committed to a booth space and invested money into our fusion paint so that we could sell our fusion paint in this other location so that our customers from out in that area would be able to get their product more easily.
Because there was no one there selling.
There was no one there, right. And so we said, well, whatever we invest, we'll sell because we sell fusion,
So
right?
it's a low risk.
was a lower risk. We knew that we would put some money out for this booth space, but we also are smart enough to know that, look, if it's not making money, it's not business, right? That is not business. So
because there is some work involved, and like more work for me, and like managing that inventory.
Exactly, and
locations.
JR running back and forth to restock, and so it got to a point, and one day I was just like, and this was a wonderful sign that I had created for our booth to let people know we were coming soon. And as I was looking for a piece today to do that little that vision board on, I came across this, and it just reminded me of some of the things that we do in business that maybe seem like they make sense at the time.
And everything about it made sense.
Everything about it made sense, except that you don't make money in it. Or we didn't.
No, we didn't, but everything pointed to us that it would work.
Absolutely.
You know, there was really, on paper, it made complete sense.
Absolutely. And guess what happened? The customers kept coming to L&J Goods in Medina. Why? Because they wanted that whole experience.
Yeah.
And then another thing that I found out was, and I should have known this too, this is Prom Queen, and it's a pale blue, so I'm going to get a base down with that. I'm not cleaning my brush, I'm just going to use that green that's in there. There's going to be a lot of colors on this.
Ooh, Lisa got her Airbnb booked. She got a place in Barker on the Lake.
Nice!
Very nice. I'm so happy.
Do we need to tip this down? I think.
Yes.
So,
Can I?
yeah, just with that arm, just that lever, lift up that lever. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Unscrew the lever. Oh, is it turning? Okay.
Okay.
So the other thing that I discovered was I kind of like to do my own thing, and I don't like leaving.
You like to be in control of your
aesthetic. I
sure.
like to be in control of my aesthetic, but also in control of like our customer service as well. And not to say that they did not have good customer service.
No, not at all. But how do we know?
But when you're selling a DIY type of a product, it's important for people to understand how to use it. And if I'm not there to have questions answered that may come up, I think it impacts your potential customer base. And so, of course I was constantly thinking about that, and then thinking, well, I could go there and I could do demos and I could go and work there. And then it's like, hold on, wait a minute. Why would I leave this place to go and work, or why would I send Megan to go work there? It just was, all of a sudden, it was like light bulbs went off. And one day I literally was like, JR, and I said it to you too, I'm like, I am so embarrassed to even admit this, that the thing that I really wanted and thought was going to be good, I don't want it anymore.
It happens.
It does happen, but it was like, once I said that, and JR was like, oh, thank goodness.
When I just heard you say, why would I, do you know what immediately came in my head?
What?
Why would I be happy about being a grandmother? Can anybody tell me what that's from? A movie that I know every single word of.
I love that movie.
Marty said, my wife who passed away went to an antique shop and purchased 2 large barn window shutters. I still have them in my wood shop and trying to figure out what to do with them. And Marty also mentioned that the ink that he or she is using is stone gray and black IOD ink.
Okay, if they are the permanent inks, Marty, it's going to depend on what you're putting them on. What I'm hoping is that before we leave today, I'm going to use a couple of stamps on this piece right here so that you can see. Our IOD permanent inks, I love using them with a chalk style paint. That's what I'm using here. This is Debbie's DIY. For whatever reason, man, it just grabs that ink from that stamp and gives you the clearest, most beautiful images. However, if you put it on something that has a top coat in it, like our Fusion Mineral Paint, you're gonna get a different result. And if you use it on something that has a varnish in it, like painted with a finish over it, it's probably gonna smudge and smear and take a lot longer to dry. So just be sure to give it the time that it needs, no matter what you're using, to make sure that it's dried completely. And also check those labels to be sure that you're not using the erasable ink. So I've literally grabbed, like, this is some Debbie's DIY Apothecary, which is a little bit, which is a little bit kind of hardened and used up, but I still love that because it gives us some super good texture.
Catherine just said Shirley MacLaine.
You got it, Catherine.
Terms of Endearment, says Jean. Yeah.
You got it.
Maybe my favorite movie of all time.
Oh, Megan, I love that movie.
It's the best.
That's what I should do while JR's away for a few days.
Oof, that is brutal. So
Well,
good, but it is brutal.
It is, but man, I love it. And then I could go I could do that, do a Shirley MacLaine marathon and go right into Steel Magnolias.
Ooh.
How about that?
It's a tough day.
It is a tough day. I'm looking for something that I can just scrape that on with. You know what? How about a paint stick? I'm gonna kind of smush this on here and really.
If you think that movie is bad just on its own, I had my teenage sons watch it I asked them to watch it
I
with me
cannot
for Mother's
believe.
Day.
And
they
they
loved
did.
it, but woo! That was tough on them and
Ooh,
me.
oh, I'm telling you what, that was just it was a classic.
It is a classic. It's perfect. I love Steel Magnolias too.
Oh my goodness, yes, Steel Magnolias is like so good. Still, I mean, Shirley MacLaine, very much Shirley MacLaine.
Yep.
In both of them, like she's
so good.
She certainly was.
Yep, fried green tomatoes. That was another really good one.
She was a feisty character in both.
Yep. She's so good.
So, Marty, I hope that answered your questions about ink. So yes, anybody here ever feel like you made I made the biggest mistake in business and I don't know what to do about it now, or tell us how you overcame that. I'm just determined that no matter what, you cannot stop me from teaching.
Right.
And doing like this. You just can't. And I will find a way. I'm telling you. I was looking into like live streaming directly onto our website. Way, way, way out of the budget.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm sure.
Insanely out of the budget.
Yeah, most people, I don't even know anybody who does that.
Well, you're thinking it would be like a QVC or, something like that.
Actually, I do know one.
You do?
One person who does it, but you have to pay for a subscription.
Yeah.
They used to be on YouTube, moved from YouTube to like a subscription service, and they have a website where you watch their content.
So there you go. My remembrance of our days in the booth are gone. I've covered them up. I've moved on. And guess what? We're all okay. We're all okay because of it.
Someone wants us to zoom in on the textured areas.
Sure.
What would that be? What area? Let me just... Sorry. Hopefully that's good. I'll be honest with you guys, it's taped together.
We need to start a collection for audio equipment. Oh my goodness. No, we're good. We always figure it out. And that was Prom Queen. I don't know. What else are we going to add in there? I feel like I really need some white. So let's get some white Swan out. And again, I'm just using the same brush. I'm going to dump that right on there.
I don't know that Shirley MacLaine movie, What a Way to Go.
Oh, I've heard of it.
Duct tape fixes everything. Well,
Yeah, it's true.
it helps when it's time to go live and there's a screw missing from your mount. And JR is not here. If you guys could see the thing of drawers that we were supposed to try to find a screw
You
in.
take a big brush.
That is Fancy Farm Girl, and then what was the second color?
I used Prom Queen, and I
Yes.
also used a little Apothecary. And now I'm just going to try to blend this a little bit, some of this white in here, just to lighten this up a stitch. What?
Stephanie said, can you be monetized here and people can donate to you? Maybe a camera fund?
I know, right?
We
Well, I
have a
haven't
new
done that yet.
we have a new camera that we're learning to use.
I guess. I better learn to use it. I better take it to Chicago with me and get it figured out.
Did you ever see The Apartment, Mom?
Oh my gosh.
It's an old one.
Yes, it is an old one. Let me, I feel like I need to create a little more something, and so I'm just looking to create some texture, whatever way I can here. I kind of like the way that looks.
Sandy says duct tape, WD-40, and a glass of wine fixes everything.
It's true.
What is that? Just a little
It's
sponge
just a
roller?
roller. Yeah, it's just a roller. It had some dust bunnies on it. I'm going to put those on there too, because that'll just help to create some texture.
When are you coming to Chicago? Asked Carol.
Carol, actually, my husband left today. We are going to visit his daughter and children there, and they live east of Chicago. And then I'm going to fly out on Friday and join them, and we'll be away for a few days. Are you guys...
Cheryl said hi. It's Cheryl coming to you live from my beauty parlor.
Oh, hello!
How nice.
She actually sent me a lovely photo of a live photo of her stylist one time.
I love her day with Michelle going to the beauty parlor.
Yes, I
and
know.
They get delicious food.
I know. All right. So, man, look at that texture that created just by rolling this around. And I literally just looked around me to see what can I use to make this look a little more textury. And I like
East
it.
of Chicago is the lake, said Mary.
Or not, I mean west. West of Chicago. West. Glen Ellen. Glen Ellen.
Okay, Stephanie. I'll look into that.
What's that?
Just how to monetize.
Oh, I know you can. It's so weird. And I know people do it. It's just always feels a little weird to me.
But you're not forcing anybody
No,
to.
I know.
Michelle, are you getting so excited for your trip?
All right, guys. I'm going to grab a hair dryer real quick. do have a heat gun here. Do I dare?
That's
No.
a crazy one.
Yeah, I know. I'd probably blow the circuits. So, let me plug this in. Oh, Michelle, I've been dying. Oh, never mind. I don't want to go there again. I don't want to
That's
start
ridiculous.
creating accents.
That is ridiculous.
Michelle, do you watch Farmer Wants a Wife?
Farmer takes away.
No, it's called Farmer Wants a Wife, I think. It's
Farmer's desperate for a spouse.
Please, I need somebody on this farm.
Please, somebody
with me.
marry this. Farmer needs a farmhand.
Farmer.
A pretty one.
Yeah, really. Oh, come on.
Oh, she does watch it.
Oh my gosh. No. I'm smitten. I am smitten, Michelle. Wow, I love the way that roller created that texture on there. So cool.
Michelle said it's legitimate.
Yeah.
I can't believe how soon Camp L&J Goods is.
What?
Camp L&J Goods is so soon.
It's so soon. I know. What are we gonna do?
You better figure it out.
We got it figured out. We got it figured out, you guys.
Michelle said fair dinkum, Lynn.
What?
Fair dinkum. She said. I don't know if I'm saying it wrong. FAIRDINKUM.
What does that mean?
It sounds to me like it's inside Farmer Takes a Wife talk. That you should know.
I am just using what I have here.
How old is this farmer? Joanne would like to know.
Well, there was Farmer John the last season that we watched, and he was like our age. All the others were pretty young. So as this dries, some of those thicker areas, I'm actually taking my fingers and I'm rubbing over that wet paint.
Are you trying to get the paint to crackle?
No, I just try to dry it so we can move on to the next step. But I'm also utilizing the heat to dry it quicker and get it a little thicker on there so that I can use my fingers to move the paint around, and you can see how that gives it even more texture.
Oh, I see. What Michelle said is slang, Aussie slang for legit.
Oh, okay.
Thank you. I love to learn that kind of thing. And I said it right, she said.
Did you?
Yep. Joanne would like to know where you watch it.
Huh?
Joanne would like to know where you watch it. I think she's interested in this
Hulu.
farmer.
Right on Hulu.
Would you like us to try to find out where you can apply to be a farmhand?
I know.
I think Mom would.
They have those women like throwing hay and doing all kinds of stuff, man.
Are they ever going to have a lady farmer?
There is on a season we just started last night. Ooh, there is a lady farmer.
Love that. Tracy Tracy said all this texture developing is so cool. I even love watching the paint dry.
That's what makes it really fun. And it's like as that paint dries and you're kind of lifting a little bit of it, it really does make some cool effects here. It's like one of my favorite things to do with paint.
It's like The Bachelor for farmers, yeah.
Yeah, but it's not like full of drama, and it's really good, wholehearted dating fun.
Have you ever used pickling salt or hairspray to create texture? It looks really cool. Pickling salt or hairspray.
Yeah, I have heard of that, yes. And I probably have done it. I've thrown, all kinds of stuff in my paint before.
Oh my gosh, Joanne has a lady farmer friend who needs a husband. Maybe we need to start the American version.
Maybe he needs to go to Australia.
Or it'll be like The Office that was so popular in the UK, and then we had an American version.
Okay, let's put this aside for half a sec. Oops. And let this dry on its own for a minute.
Okay, so how would you like the camera to be now?
Well, I'm gonna paint this. So, I'm sure you'll want to see like what I'm doing here.
And I'm just gonna see what it looks like. It takes a minute. DIY is amazing and versatile, yes.
Oh my gosh, that board right there already just reminds me of that picture.
Oops.
All right. Excuse me for having to leave to wash my hands. But then I just want to get some white paint slapped on here. And remember, this is just kind of like an old, just an old painted metal can. So it doesn't have to be perfect. What I did with this rusty old can is we sprayed it with some bin shellac.
You're gonna get taken down for talking about rusty old cans. Aw, Joanne said that kind of man is in short supply around here. I think I got the last one. Well, good for you.
Oh, Joanne, that's so sweet. But anyway, it's like I want to stop the rust from coming through, but I don't want to stop the rust from coming through, if that makes any sense. I want some of the rust to come through. So this is experimental on my part, but we may get a little bit that pops through on the edges and around the rim, and boy, that would be great. I would love that.
Wait, the show has produced 9 marriages and 21 kids?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Stop.
Yeah.
That's way better odds than The Bachelor.
Well, yeah. And like I said, it's just good, wholesome fun. It really is.
The inspiration photos are in the thumbnail for this video and also in the text, right?
I sent it to the text group as well. Yes. So we will not be here next week, but we'll be back the following week when we're gonna do the table. And fingers crossed, while we're out in the Chicago area and in the Grand Rapids area on the way home, that we'll find a table that's suitable.
Yes. Wouldn't that be great?
It would be.
Sandy Darris is late, and we are well past the...
You know what, Sandy?
Well past the daylight savings excuse.
Doctor's appointment, hair, nails, facial.
Were you on a date with a farmer? Stephanie said, my neighbor's birthday is coming up and she makes custom jewelry on Facebook and always makes me gifts. I'm trying to get an idea for a gift for her birthday here. How about some rusty old cans?
Oh, Stephanie, are you local?
I don't think she is.
You want to make something? Why don't you make her a little journal?
We are live on Facebook on Friday.
However, this Friday we will not be.
Oh, that's right.
We
Mommy's
won't be 'cause
gone.
Mama's going away.
Mommy's gone, and that means... No, Friday you'll still be here.
Oh, that's right. We will be.
Yeah,
Yes,
'cause you
I
leave
leave
Saturday
Saturday morning.
morning.
Yes.
And then Lucky and I are going out to the lake.
Yep. I have a little scrubby sponge here.
How do you think Chance will react to staying with Lucky?
I don't know.
It will be interesting.
All Chance cares about is that that ball was
Yeah.
thrown to him.
But Lucky is dangerously close to the color of his tennis ball.
well,
And very round.
oh, now that makes a neat texture.
Oh, Betty, I'm so happy you made our day. Yeah, I thought you were on the West Coast, Stephanie.
So let's talk about it, Stephanie. What do you think?
She loves farmhouse, she said.
Farmhouse. Okay. I mean, obviously you could make her a sign, signage, if that's her thing. What else? You guys in the chat, go ahead. Let Stephanie
Sound
know.
off.
Give some ideas to Stephanie for a gift for her friend who likes a farmhouse look.
Oh yeah, a sign for her lives. What a good idea.
Oh my gosh, that is a great idea.
Yes.
Can you make her a sign that's like her business name?
No new bird words being spoken, Deborah. Just still a lot of, when I walk in that door, it's kiss, 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 peekaboo, 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 kiss, kiss, peekaboo, kiss.
And Lucky does not like me talking to
No.
Megan.
Or she loves it. We're not sure her language yet. But she gets very loud so that Mom and I can't really talk. But Lucky needs to be with me.
Nellie does too. And
But chats. She's
chats
chatting.
away with Mama.
But I don't have Nellie that much because Lucky seems to need to always keep a watchful eye on me. And be with me every moment.
That's so funny. Oh my gosh. Well, Megan, you are a mom, whether to boys or birds,
Yes.
right?
Yes, indeed. I wonder how Augie will do with Lucky while we're on vacation.
Oh, right. Does Og feel okay about the birds?
He loves the birds.
Okay, good.
Loves them.
Well, there for a while, Jonathan was like,
Jonathan is still there. Well, so was Levon. And look at Levon and Jonathan both were slower to
accept
yeah.
their aviary friend.
We're just nervous at their little touches.
Yeah.
Yeah. David's like that too. Henry just smothers them with kisses and he's so funny.
Oh my gosh, Henry, I know. Tell him what Henry wants to do now. What he's been researching.
Henry who never spends money, as you know. Until all of a sudden he has $350 to buy a bird. And we're like, whoops.
Yeah.
Now he is very, very obsessed.
Can you guys hear Megan okay? With this blower going? I'm so sorry.
Well, that comes first before the story. Henry would like to make a terrarium. That's what he's very excited about now. He's been watching a lot of videos, reading a lot of books about it. He said he is okay with starting small. But I was thinking that would be cute to put some things in his Easter basket.
Oh my gosh.
So I'll ask the Easter Bunny about that.
So those of you that are around my age, do you remember the hot terrarium trend when we were younger? Oh my gosh, layering those pebbles in activated charcoal and getting those tiny little ferns and little miniature plants and putting pebbles and rocks and oh my gosh, inside those beautiful glass domes. Well, I mean, a glass milk jug.
We just have to find the right vessel for him to start.
But, oh my goodness, my mom and I used to make them, and I loved that.
I'll have to tell Grandma that's what, because I bet you Grandma has little things that would look cute in a terrarium too, just sitting around her house.
No doubt, she's got fairy.
Or she'll be looking over to the map.
Yep. Megan, you might be sorry.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. So yes, that's what he's on to. But he also has another job that he's been working on because they're having a mystery party in his class. And the kids who read the most and log the most pages of mystery books that they have read get to be one of the suspects at the mystery party. And Henry is in the top 2 in his whole grade right now.
Because I was going to say, Henry's got to love a mystery.
He just loves to read, and reminds me of Jonathan. If you give him a challenge, forget about it.
Yeah.
Remember when Jonathan, whose handwriting was so sloppy to begin with, broke his arm and won the handwriting contest with his left hand? And all he won was like a funny pencil or something.
But it was like he just had to win.
He had to win, yeah.
He had to win. Boy, are we ever creating some cool texture here, you guys.
Lisa helped her mother-in-law create one in a terrarium her son made out of stained glass. How cool.
Oh. We have a couple of really neat terrariums upstairs. Like those hanging ones, the ones, the glass hexagon ones, and they're so pretty.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, are they pretty.
Deborah said in stopping along the side of the road to gather gorgeous moss on the rocks.
Moss, yes!
Yes.
Real moss,
Yep.
of course. You know it, Deborah.
Someone had a suggestion. Hold on. What about a little bit of weathered wood dragged on with that stir stick on that board?
Maybe,
Yeah.
maybe, because I'm really trying to closely replicate the look in that inspiration photo, and I didn't see a lot of wood tones coming through, darker wood tones, so I think any of that contrast I'm going to get by sanding or wet distressing to show that dark wood that's underneath.
How do you keep the terrarium alive? Just missed it?
Yeah, it's its own little ecosystem. Okay. Bucket, just about accomplished. I might brush a little more white on there. But I will come in and kind of sand this a little bit too to knock back and show off some of that rusty edge, but we'll put that aside for a second. And let's get some paint on this chair. When I paint a chair, I always start with the underneath.
Ugh,
Well, I know.
it's so stressful. I don't even like
I
watching you do
know.
it.
I got some thick paint going on here, so let me wipe it a little bit with my fingers. That's what I love about Debbie's. I am so not afraid of like having this on my hands, and it's all natural ingredients. 9 ingredients plus love.
Oh.
All natural. And look at, you can see what
Mom
I'm doing
eats
with
it
it
like
today.
it's a little jar of yogurt, like it's a jar of
Yeah,
yogurt.
right. Mhm.
Keeps her mineral content high. She needs
I'm
to.
gonna get a clean.
It's mineral rich.
I'm gonna get a clean dish here.
Or is it? No, that would be fusion.
Let's do our Petticoat Pink, because what's not to love about Petticoat Pink?
Elena said, I love the colors of your hairdryer.
Oh my gosh, I know, isn't it crazy? We literally go to the thrift store and buy these, like, buy sixes, you
Yeah.
know, whenever we can find them. So I'm going to start underneath. I always like to start on the bottom of my chairs, because it's a heck of a lot easier to get those underneath places. Usually I tip it right upside down.
Okay, I have to go, Mom.
Is it that time already?
Yep.
Oh, wow.
But I'll see you at Pound tonight, right?
No.
Okay. So every Wednesday you're going to hear me ask Mom, and one of these days she'll say yes.
Right. All right, you guys. We will. I can't believe that hour went that fast. So, you learned a lot today about texture. Oh, Megan, no.
I'll let you explain it.
No, we're not explaining that.
Well, then they're going to demand an explanation. What am I supposed to do with it now?
Well, it's an heirloom, Megan.
I know, but
Anyway,
heirloom.
you learned a lot about texture today with Debbie's DIY, as we are on a journey to recreate the look that's in that thumbnail. That's our inspiration photo. I will also put a picture of that up in the community, a post in the YouTube community, so you can see it there. And I'm just going to continue to paint this chair with Petticoat Pink. And when we get back in 2 weeks, we'll be able to put some finishes on this and hopefully do the table and get a real, I don't know, we might use milk paint on that table. That's kind of what I'm thinking, because I really want that chippy look. But you guys, thank you so much for watching. If you're still here with us today, we would love it if you would go ahead and subscribe. And in the description box below, down underneath, there's a little arrow that you can push and look down in the description box. All of the links to the products will be down there by a little bit later today. And we will also we'll update that, and don't forget, if you do want to stay on top of things with us as far as what's the latest news, what are we up to, join our text group, and you will get all the latest scoop from L&J Goods. And that's probably where you're going to see about our trip to the Chicago area and some of the fun places that we'll be visiting. And so, leave us a comment, go ahead, subscribe, and if you're so inclined, share this video with others. And we will be back in 2 weeks to finish off these projects. Let me see, I don't even know if my face is on camera. Let me see. Oh, we've got a lot of us watching today. You guys are awesome. There's 90 of you here. Thank you so much. That's a pretty big deal for us. Yeah, thank you. We will be back, and don't forget to check out Instagram a little bit later today, because I have got a really, really good video coming to show how I recreate a look that I saw on Instagram. So take care, you guys, and have a wonderful, wonderful Wednesday. Stay safe. I know we got a little weather coming through in the northeast and below the Great Lakes, so drive safely, and we will see you on Friday upstairs in the studio. And just, you guys, thanks. We love you, and we just appreciate that you like to hang out with us. Take care.